Hello and welcome back to the channel of Major92, the Shaman of Gaming. Now I know on the YouTube scene it's usually common practice for when a new Call of Duty game is about to come out, like Ghost is around the corner, that it's common practice to jump back on the previous game from that developer. So, you know, in this case it'd be jumping back onto Modern Warfare 3. I know that's usually common practice, but since Modern Warfare 3 is a pile of steaming llama cum, I don't want to jump on it because I absolutely hate it, and that's actually what this video is going to be about. It's going to be about Call of Duty nostalgia, and in specific, people going back to the previous game when they fall out of love with, you know, the current game. So like Black Ops 2, you know, people in the honeymoon phase, which is what happens in every Call of Duty game. The honeymoon phase, people are enjoying it, loving the game. They don't think there's any flaws, and they're fucking blind to that at the beginning. But then when the problems start coming out, they jump back onto the previous game and say, this game isn't too bad, it's actually not as bad as I thought. And it's like, so, it's just so, it's like, it's Stevie Wonder blindness, it really is. Because especially with Modern Warfare 3, that game is terrible. And honestly, I'm not afraid to say it's actually terrible. It's definitely the worst Call of Duty game in my opinion. So I just wouldn't jump back onto that game, because even though Black Ops 2, I won't, you know, sugarcoat the fact that it's got problems like a Mint Imperial. I won't sugarcoat that fact, but it is like 10 times a game that Modern Warfare 3 is, and I have actually jumped onto Modern Warfare 3 recently, and I just couldn't even control my rage. It was ridiculous, and I've actually improved in that area as well, like holding my rage in check. You know, and people did it with Modern Warfare 3 when they found the problems out of that. They jumped back onto this game and said that this game wasn't as bad as they thought. And to be honest, I never thought this game was bad in the first place. Actually, this is my favourite Call of Duty game. And some other things I actually want to go over. I want to talk about what I actually think makes for a good Call of Duty game, and what are the enjoyable factors and the things that ruin it. And I want to go into detail with the things that ruin it, because a lot of people, in my opinion, sort of overlook things and they take things a little bit the wrong way. So the first thing I will talk about is the gun balance problem. And there's a counter argument to when people say that the gun balance is fine or a gun isn't overpowered. You know, the argument that they say is, say, for example, the Striker in Modern Warfare 3. People jumped on it and called it overpowered as soon as it, you know, started getting used effectively and getting used a lot. And then the counter argument to that, I can't believe I picked that guy off, but the counter argument to that is, well, it's a shotgun. So from long range, you're pretty much unarmed. You know, it's just not good overall. It doesn't dominate in every situation. But the true definition of an overpowered weapon is when there's one gun or a few guns in one class of weapons that make the others obsolete. So this has happened in pretty much every Call of Duty game to date. It's like in Modern Warfare 3, the Striker nearly makes all of the other shotguns obsolete. You know, why would you use the SPAS 12 when you can use the Striker? It's just miles better. It makes the others obsolete. That's what makes it overpowered. And it's, you know, let's take the SMGs in Modern Warfare 3, for example. The MP7, the PP90, and the P90 wasn't as good as those two, but let's say the top two, they make guns like the UMP and the PM9 obsolete, the assault rifles in Black Ops, the FAMAS, and the Galil. I mean, I love the AK-47, and there's guns like the AUG, which is really similar to the FAMAS. But then there's also fully automatic assault rifles like the Enfield, which then there's no point to using them because there's guns that are better in every situation. So that's what makes an overpowered weapon to me. I think the things that make an enjoyable Call of Duty game, At times, this game, Black Ops 1, was incredibly slow-paced, and especially if you play 6 on 6. But if you get into a game which isn't slow-paced, it's by far the most fun Call of Duty game, because of the way the kill streaks work and things like that. But I will admit that it was incredibly slow-paced, so they need to hit a balance of the pace. They need to hit the right pace, because like Modern Warfare 3, was, you know, they build it as a fast-paced shooter, the fastest-paced shooter, and it was when it came out, but it's too fast-paced. It's so fast-paced that literally you see people die in your kill cam of them killing you almost 5 times a game, like guaranteed. So they really do need to hit a medium in this sort of pace, and that would ultimately improve the game for me. The other thing is new ideas. They need to be making new ideas, and I mean, we don't know. I mean, obviously some YouTubers have played Ghost, but we don't know fully whether that's going to be, you know, whether these new innovations are actually going to improve the game, but they do. They need to step it up every year, and Black Ops 2 actually did that with the way the classes work. The fact that you don't have to, you're not set to a class, you know, you can just take stuff out and replace it. That's a really, really good idea, and Ghosts looks to have that in place. So with Call of Duty Ghosts in mind, I actually want to talk about what I'm planning to do when the game comes out. Basically, what I'm going to do is what I did on the launch night of Black Ops 2, although I'm not going to a midnight launch this time, I'm just going to get it on the day. What I'm going to do is I'm going to do a live session, I'm going to do face cam, I'm going to do it longer than I did for Black Ops 2, but then I'm going to go more into the tips and tricks side of things. So I'm going to try and play the game more than any other Call of Duty game I've ever played, and pick up tips, you know, from experience, what guns, good setups, you know, power spots on maps, you know, flag capping positions, techniques, tactics, that type of thing. I'm going to jump all over that, so that's something to look forward to. I've also just got Assassin's Creed Black Flag, so you should probably expect videos coming from that. Also, my Dark Souls playthrough is going to be continuing, and yeah, so there's just a lot of stuff to look forward to. Hopefully you will join me for some of it, especially when Call of Duty Ghosts drop, because I'm excited. I don't know about you. Drop a comment in the comment section telling me whether you are or not. So thank you for joining me for this, and I'll see you over the side of the hill. The other side, I meant, yeah. Waddle over it, you fat bastard.